Next up are several components from the Edge accessory system from Edge Products. That's good because he already runs an Edge CTS programmer. Everything is compatible. Everything's going to communicate. What's nice about this is the fact that it's stackable, all of the components that you use. So here's the wire that comes off the back side of the programmer. And one of the components we want to put in is this EGT sensor. So that's clocked. You can't plug it in wrong. So that's going to plug in right there. And like I said, it's stackable. So we're also going to put in a turbo timer. So that's going to plug right in to the back side right there. Now, if we want to put in any more components, they just keep stacking right there. But that's going to be it for today. So we'll put this little plug on the end. That way that keeps everything clean. Now, the wires will be, of course, run all up underneath the dash. Everything will be hidden. But that takes us up to the front where we can take a little closer look at what's happening with this turbo timer. And we need to get in there and pull out this 10 amp fuse right here. Now, the issue is we get this out of there. We want to make sure that this side with the wire coming out of this fuse is on the hot side of the fuse. So we get in here with our power probe. There's our ground side. There's our hot side right there. So we know that this fuse is going to go in this way. Now, like I said, let's talk about turbo timers for a second, because in my humble opinion, everybody ought to have one. So let's say you're driving down the road, pulling a heavy trailer, and your turbo is running hot. But now you're thinking, I'm starving. I got to grab something to eat. So you pull over to the local Choke and Puke, you get out of the truck, you shut everything down, and you shut your turbo down when it was really hot. What's going to happen is the oils that are inside of there are going to get coked up, and eventually that could lead to a premature turbo failure, which could get really, really expensive. Where the turbo timer kicks in is you turn your ignition off, pull the key out, you walk into the restaurant, everything's good, but your truck is still running. And the timer is going to just let that turbo run and let the engine keep running until that turbo comes down in temperature and gets nice and cool, and then it safely shuts off. You're inside eating, you don't even have to worry about it. So like we said, the Edge accessory system, the turbo timer, is a must-have, especially for a work truck like this. Finally, we are down to the last job of the day. This is cool. It's the backup camera, which is another neat product from Edge Products, and this is hopefully going to help him become a little bit more of a safe driver. Right?
Yeah, it's a nice, easy add-on. You've got one connection here. This will run right up to that Edge CTS. Then you've got the harness where it's simply got a plug-in here for your relay and one to your chassis ground, and that is it, man. We are done with this work truck.
We have done a lot of work to this truck. Hopefully, he's going to be thrilled with it, and between you and I, hopefully he doesn't come back around for a while, right?
Yeah.
And he can avoid any incidents, maybe?